In the world following the Great Shift, movement was the ultimate currency. Physics had taken a cruel turn. For every mile a person travelled, they surrendered exactly 1 minute of their remaining lifespan. Most people lived and died in the same square mile, terrified to age by simply crossing the street. They were called still lifes. Then there were the lepers. Men like Elias Thorne. Elias was 70 years old, but his body was a roadmap of exhaustion. He had spent his youth as a high-speed courier, sprinting across continents to deliver heart valves and peace treaties. He had traded decades for distance. Now, he lived in a cramped Vermont flat, watching his distance clock. Its brass hand had been frozen on Cairo for 30 years, the furthest point he had ever reached. One rainy Tuesday, the clock began to scream. The brass hand didn't just move, it blurred. It swept backward, past London, past New York, erasing 30 years of travel in 30 seconds. As the hand spun, the air in the room grew thick with the smell of ozone and ancient snow. Elias looked down at his hands. The liver spots were fading, the deep, weathered trenches in his palms smoothed over into the supple skin of a 20-year-old. He wasn't dying, he was being refunded. The shift hadn't been a tax on life, it had been a savings account. Every mile he had travelled was being returned to him all at once. As the clock hand hit the origin point at the top of the dial, the walls of his apartment flickered and vanished. Elias Thorne wasn't in Vermont anymore. He was standing on the summit of a mountain that didn't exist on any map, looking out over a world where time stood perfectly still, waiting for him to start walking again.